29-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have two. Remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly
I don't want to know.
that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
He's going to wind up in air, and that's caught inside the 35. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Lee with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Mariota. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And on the ground they go to the running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They run. This is Lewis. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Lewis. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From From the gun, Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he powers his way up past the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception here, Mariota. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This is Lewis. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. They just get the play off. Now Mariota. Dancing to his left. Shrugs the tag. It counts, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margins because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen throwing on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds. But not before he's inside the 30. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. You got three. Three down.
Throwing is Allen on third. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. First down, Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mariota now from the 50. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And it's 3rd and 4.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mariota. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now a handoff looking right. Able to push his way through. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Allen. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Mariota on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mariota now to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A give. This is Chubb. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. For the best backs that...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. Mariota now on 2nd down. And they take him down. The
the Bills get to him. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Titans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Mariota. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And here's Allen on 3rd down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced him into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. A toss play to Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime, and now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're seeing is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about the other side, though? Will they be deflated, or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half?
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now they try the right side here. Big hold of the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. This will be taken in at the 1. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They pitch it to Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
That's going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He's going to get it running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play, Mariota to Davis, 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Allen on the move to his left. His throw incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gone!
And the blitz does come. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now a handoff looking right. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They begin this drive with Chubb, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Allen now looks to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
No, Jack, Patriot!
Again, it's Miller, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
To throw is Mariota. And his throw here is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Mariota. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On third down, Mariota forced out to his left. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Now Jones. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Bills. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll run with Miller, looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.